We left San Pancho Nayarit Riviera in our last video. We took an Uber back to Puerto Vallarta to catch a bus back to Guadalajara, January 4th, 2024. The cost was 685 pesos, $40 US. We saved 50% off with our NAPAM card. They usually have so many seats reserved for this, maybe 4. So we always buy our tickets in advance in person at the bus terminal to make sure that we get the discount. From Puerto Vallarta to Guadalajara, it took about 5 hours by bus. This is our place in Tlaquepaque. It's really cute. I'll give you prices on everything when we're all done. But it's kind of cute. These are my plants that I've been carrying around with me, where I've taken some of the leaves off the street. A lot of these grow wild off the city planters. Nice king-size bed. The street's right here. It has blinds. Outside area. Oh, and a little screen. Isn't that interesting? Wow. Okay, and then the bathroom and then the shower. We stayed in San Pedro, Tlaquepaque, January 4th, 5th, and 6th of 2024. It's a Sunday, Monday, and a Tuesday. We booked through Airbnb under Rodolfo's place. The cost was 2,220 pesos, or 130 US dollars. It was a great location, but it was very noisy on the street.
The first part of video we shot all during the daytime, and then we came back and shot the same streets and same buildings at night, just so you could get an idea of the difference between day and night and what it's like in Tlaquepaque.
Tlaquepaque is located in the state of Jalisco. It's a suburb of Guadalajara metropolitan area. Its population is roughly 687,000. It's located in central western region of Mexico. The elevation is about 5,400 feet. Tlaquepaque is a Pueblo Magico. And by the way, did you know that there are 177 Pueblo Magicos in Mexico?
Tlaquepaque is from the Nahuatl native language, an ancient language of the Aztecs with several meanings. The first meaning we found was place on the hills of neighborhood earth. The second meaning we found was place of mud. The third meaning we found was place on knolls of clay land. Tlaquepaque is known for its pottery, its textiles, hand-blown glass, galleries, ceramics, and shops, and mariachi. It has become known for its fine dining as well, plazas and jardines. Walking the streets of Tlaquepaque, you'll see that there are hundreds of these kiosks selling everything from food to t-shirts to various souvenir items. It's really pretty interesting to look at. They're open pretty much all day. It's a neat setup because they just close them up at the end of the night. Basically, they just fold the top down, lock it up, and they're ready to go. While walking the streets, we were offered a sample of ice cream.
The flavors are incredibly unique and handmade ice cream. It was really good. I think I got something like a cappuccino.
I got that strawberry with mezcal. It was very good indeed.
Mark got a bigger ice cream than I did, but they were super delicious. It's a fun place to stroll through for a day or spend a couple of days to soak it all in and enjoy the non-hustle and bustle of busy Guadalajara.
Yeah, I would agree. Tlaquepaque is a beautiful city. It's small, but there really is so much to see there, walking down the streets, looking in the galleries, checking out the many different fine restaurants there.
Walking through several pedestrian-only streets, you'll see beautiful colonial-style restaurants, galleries, shops, and bars. It's full of color, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I love the vibe I get there.
Yeah, and also a lot of these restaurants actually have outdoor dining so that you can actually sit out in the walkway and just people watch if you want to while you're eating. There are also several small booths and some statues that line these walkways that are also pretty interesting.
The statues, I think, are so unique. They remind me of the Lenora Carrington Museum, the way that they look alien style.
Also walking the streets, you'll see a number of street performers like the ones we are about to walk up on.
As you can see by us walking around, it's very colorful with the greenery, the trees and the flowers. It's just, I don't know, it's just a wonderful place to spend the day.
Tlaquepaque has a charm all its own that we really haven't experienced in any other place. Stand in front of it now.
Here is Jardín Hidalgo. It's a great place to sit and people watch. There's lots of benches also. By the way, you can take an Uber, taxi, metro, or bus from Guadalajara to Tlaquepaque. It's about a 20-minute ride from the bus terminal, of course, depending on traffic and the time of day.
Yeah, and if you're going to be in Guadalajara for any length of time, taking at least an afternoon trip out to Tlaquepaque is worth it. There are just so many different things to see and experience.
If you look on the internet for pictures of Tlaquepaque, you'll see that there was hanging umbrellas walking through town, but for whatever reason in 2019 they did away with them.
This building is called El Parian de Tlaquepaque. It's near Jardín Hidalgo. What I understand, there are approximately 19 restaurants and bars that make up a large whole city block. The restaurants surround a large gazebo in the middle where mariachi bands perform. We're walking on the outside of El Parian now. As you can see, many restaurants line the street, lots of places to sit. Really a pretty nice area. The scenery that you're seeing now is pretty typical of the center part of Tlaquepaque. A lot of restaurants, very casual dining atmosphere in some of the areas, a lot of greenery, really a very beautiful walk. Like I said, this is our second time there. The first time was an afternoon. We spent a few days, and there's really just so much to see and take in. And now prepare for some more street entertainment. And now we are into the night scene in Tlaquepaque. We're walking by this ice skating rink. This video was shot on January 6th, which is Three Kings Day, which is an interesting holiday. There's a part coming up where you'll see a lot of bread, and if you bite into the piece of bread and you come up with a plastic Jesus, you then have to supply food on February 2nd. I'm not sure if that's a lucky thing or not.
So I want to stop by this vendor. We passed by it before, and this looked really yummy. It's basically like fried dough with Nutella, and man, was it good.
Now back in Jardín Hidalgo for the night scene, a little bit different than during the day. Something about the lights and the way that it lights up the park gives it a different look and feel than it has during the daytime.
No. Okay. This is across the street.
Sonríe pues. ¡Lleven tu red! ¿El amor de tu vida? ¿Alguien especial?
So our first trip, we ate at this restaurant right here, Casa Luna, and we decided to go back there, and it didn't disappoint at all. It was fantastic. I got a pasta dish. This was an appetizer that we got. It was fantastic. Mark ordered something, but they brought him something different. So that was an accident, but he said it was really good. And here's the price that we ended up paying. The total with tip ended up being about $77, but it was well worth it. The ambiance was wonderful in there. The meal was a 10 out of 10, and if you ever have a chance to go there, please do. We went here to Plaza de Artesanos to a restaurant called La Maratina, and we met Greg, one of our subscribers there, with his wife and his daughter, and we had a meal together. It's across the street from Starbucks and El Centro. While inside Plaza de Artesanos, we stopped at a shop and bought these two pieces from an artist.
Definitely check out the plaza while you're there. Final thoughts, and would you go back again?
I loved Tlaquepaque. This was our second trip visiting. We spent 3 nights there. A weekend, I think, trip would be long enough. I love everything about this place it has to offer. The laid-back vibe is truly amazing.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. Like I said before, it just gives you something different than a lot of Mexican cities. It's just a different vibe. Very cool. I liked it a lot. And yes, I would go back there again.
If you guys like what we're doing, we hope that you will consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and join our Facebook page with the same name.